My man that's recording me, can you please? Thank you very much. Thank you. My man that's recording me, can you please? Thank you very much. Thank you. My man that's recording me, can you please? Thank you very much. Thank you. My man that's recording me, can you please? Thank you very much. Thank you.
FSU's auditorium to speak to the student body about filmmaking. I'm here. Probably shouldn't be here. Used the press badge to get in. Couldn't get an interview with Spike Lee because he doesn't accept interviews from any media, but I did manage to make it in. I will get some video.
So without further ado, I give you Mr. Spike Lee. Anybody watch the game last night? What happened? You were watching television last night? I guess when you don't get out the ACC, you know what? Basketball is over, huh? So I'm always glad to be here in the state of Florida. Known for some fun counting. In fact, coming in from the airport, they showed me the building where they counted, or miscounted the Chad, whatever you want to call it, right here in the state capitol. I don't know if you noticed, but I did a documentary called When the Levees Broke about New Orleans. And I'm still very involved with the people there, not just New Orleans, but the Gulf region too. And it's just ironic that I'm here because some people from New Orleans called me the other day and said that the pumps, they spent all these millions of dollars on the pumping system, and the pumps don't work.
Millions and millions of dollars of pumps that this levee system supposedly that's been built since 1965 to save people's lives was inadequate. Everybody knew it. People drowned, people lost everything, and Americans. If you're not living in the Gulf region, this whole Katrina thing is like old news. The thing called Katrina fatigue. But most people now wondering, I mean, as we moved on, who's going to win America's Idol, or that type of stuff. But it's still serious business, and half of the city is still unoccupied. That means half of the population pre-Katrina has been filtered all across the United States, given one-way tickets out with no means to come back. When they were put on buses or airplanes, they were not told where you were going. You found out where the destination was when you got there. So it's a very serious thing. Growing up in Brooklyn, New York, you know, all this is really, you know, was not planned. I went to films when I was a child, and every Saturday went to the Lido Theater, and we would get there when it opened, and always a double feature on Saturdays, and we'd stay there till our parents dragged us out, and we would eat all the popcorn we could eat and all the soda we could drink and throw stuff at the screen and try not to get thrown out in the theater by the ushers. But it never occurred to me that people actually make a film. We just went to the movie theaters. So unlike most filmmakers, I did not decide I want to be a filmmaker at a young age. So for me, it came fairly late. The summers between my sophomore and junior years, I went to Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. The house, and I was a very unmotivated student. And I'm lucky to be here being unmotivated, because usually you're unmotivated, you don't go anywhere. But it was expected I go to college because my father and grandfather went to Morehouse, and my mother and grandmother went to Spelman, which is across the street. So when I went to Morehouse, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I just had to go to college. And in my studies, whatever the teacher asked, I did what they asked and nothing more. I was just wandering. And before my sophomore year ended, it was time, Morehouse, Atlanta, I would go home for the summer. My advisor called me and said I had to think long and hard about declaring a major when I come back the following fall. Reason being, I had exhausted all my electives and had to choose a major. So I went back to New York, and that summer New York City was in dire financial straits. The city was broke, there were no jobs, no nothing. And someone had given me a Super 8 camera the Christmas before. So I spent the whole summer just running around with Super 8 camera filming stuff. And it was a crazy summer. It's one of the hottest summers ever. Consequently, that's why you had the blackout. And so when the blackout occurred, I grabbed my camera, went to Bed-Stuy, went to Harlem, went to South Bronx, got, you know, the African Americans, the Puerto Ricans looting, stuff like that. It was also the first summer of disco. And every block, there was a party, and so the DJs would have the turntables and the speakers hooked up to the street lamps, and so I would film that stuff. The dance was the hustle then. So incorporating that stuff, I came back to school in the fall and cut it together and show it to my classmates, and they liked it. And so that's when I decided that I would try to become a filmmaker. Morehouse did not have a film major. I took classes across the street at Clark College, and I was a mass communications major, which was film, print journalism, radio, TV, and something else. My man that's recording me, can you please? Thank you very much. Thank you. My man that's recording me, can you please? Thank you very much. Thank you. My man that's recording me, can you please? Thank you very much. Thank you.